Namaste. Yeah, I am in this place. I'm in this place. You know what it says? Yeah, the place on my jacket is where we are. Yeah, take a look at my favorite place. Lots of green, lots of talking, noises. It looks like it's gonna have a storm, but it's not raining yet, so I said, you know what? Instead of jumping in the shower right now, let me go for a walk. Because I haven't gone to the special place. There's a really nice walking trail, and just to go on a walk is really nice. Of course, nobody wants to come with me because usually, if my daughter and son were here, they went on 2 walks yesterday while we were in and out. So, just to catch up with everybody. Yeah, tonight I'm going to my daughter's apartment to meet her friend and have dinner. She's vegan, so she'll be giving us a healthy vegan meal. But she actually cooks really well. She does this like pasta thing with vegetables and stuff. So I find it really good. And after that, one second. Almost didn't know where the trail was. And after we do that, we are, well, that's not until 7 tonight, 6 or 7 tonight. But I woke up early. I couldn't sleep last night. My daughter left around 11 p.m. in an Uber, and Devin was already sleeping from like 8 o'clock on. He was exhausted, so it was a lot of driving around. So I tried calling my doctor in Texas so I can get the script. So because today I was supposed to be at regional radiology doing all that stuff, and guess what? Not going there today. Hold on a second. Yeah, so not going there because last night around, I know, it was really late, but I said I'm gonna still call because leave a message on their answer machine. This way it'll be one of the first messages they get in the morning. Because on Fridays in Texas, every day in Texas in hospitals, say they come in at 9, or they start patients at 9 or 8. Then every day around 11, between 11 and 1, they all go to lunch. They shut it down. They don't take any appointments between 11 and 1, which is ridiculous. Come on. Anyhow, that's the way it is there, so. And then they're closed on the weekend. So also Fridays, they go home, they stop working at 12. So basically, you have the morning. So that's what I was trying to leave the message. And the lady on the other line said, I'm sorry, their machines aren't working. And all day long and all night long, all the messages are rerouted to the main hospital and I can't help you. So I kind of told her what was going on, thinking maybe, and she goes, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I guess your best bet is to call them in the morning and see if you can get somebody to write the script and fax it over to New York. Well, it didn't happen. So, what am I going to do? So I called up, one second. This is going to be loud. Isn't this a nice trail? So it's like for walking and biking. I don't like to bike. I'm not a biker, but I like to walk. So, keep the old heart in shape. not going to be able to hear me, so hold on a second. Okay, that's a little better. So, long story short, long story longer. Sorry, no makeup today. I look like a sweaty dog. But later on, after I get home from the walk, I'll take my shower and start doing my hair and makeup. And the makeup I had on for the plane rides, it got so caked and I couldn't get it off. So it's been coming off for days anyway. So, yeah, I did wipe it off with makeup wipes and it didn't work. So it was probably old mascara. Sometimes old mascara does that. So I call up regional radiology. I speak to this beautiful person. First I speak to one person and she was okay. She was all right. She was like, ma'am, we can't do anything until we get that script from your doctor. Until they send it over, we can't do anything besides that mammo. And now you're saying if there was any kind of pain or problem that you notice, and we can't do the mammo at all because you need to definitely be careful with that. So I said, no, I understand. It's just that, you know, I'm on this trip, and if something needs to happen, if something needs to be checked out, you know, I rather try to do it at the beginning of the vacation, not the end, because I won't be here going home. So, you know, already the trip has been cut short, but we're gonna look on the bright side and just figure it out. So then they put me on with somebody named Judy, and she was really nice, and she even gave me her extension and her phone number. She goes, just if you have any other questions, you can call. But what she told me is she didn't have anything to fit me in at all. And I go, oh, because the girl said, the two ladies that I talked to said that I can, you know, probably get in today. And she goes, no, we're packed. And actually, she goes, I'm trying to find an appointment for when your doctor does give us the fax. And then she was like, how about the 30th? I go home on the 31st. But I guess if that's all you have, you know, I'll have to get the results when I'm in Texas. And so then she goes, the only other thing I could think of is, I think, the 27th. So I said, okay, you know, I'm not going to say no to her no matter what. You know, anybody we have plans with, they have to wait because you got to get the test done. That's why I'm here. One of the reasons why I'm here. Because the machines that they have in Texas, yeah, they're not good enough. And, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do if there's anything wrong with me. I'll have to be treated in Texas because that's where I live. Anyway, let's not take that step. Let's not think that far ahead. Because that's, you know, that's scary. But I'm just trying to be proactive. I'm trying to, you know, forget about the emotions and just push myself to get it done. But like all these things keep coming in the way, and I just feel frustrated because, you know, I could have just got the mammo if I did shut my mouth and not said anything. But that, I don't think that would have been smart. I don't think that would have been smart. I like the machines in New York. I like the sonogram. Plus, I'm covered. We're covered in New York. I mean, I'm sure I'll have to pay some things, but they won't be as high as the other in Texas. So I forget how many miles this is, but I usually get to this end right here and then go back because it goes all the way to the street. And there's a little woods in there, probably with lots of ticks. So, long story short, the doctor never called me back. The doctor never faxed over the order. So, that's hanging in the air as a gray cloud. And no, like people say, oh, just enjoy your vacation. Yeah, I'll try. But like that hangs over my head, and you know, that's not fun. You know, that's not. Now I'm thinking, do we have the memorial for my nephew coming up? I think that's on the 28th. Okay, so see, you can't make any plans because nobody calls you back, nobody faxed anything over. So anyway, I'm gonna try my best to just keep my, you know, I got to see my kids yesterday. Thomas went back to Pennsylvania. We're gonna try to go to Pennsylvania, but I don't know because now we need to also go visit my stepdaughter. And I would say, you know, Devin could always go by himself. But, you know, I want to be there too with him because he's seen my kids and stuff. He's doing all my family things. Least I could do is go with him one day. So it's hard. It's hard putting everything together. Here's the bike trail. Here's the bridge. That's pretty. That's cool. So whenever I come to town and I stay in my sister Patricia's apartment, I would come here by myself and do my walk. Or, am I in the bike trail lane? I think I'm in the bike trail lane. Let me get over here. Or, is that rain? I probably should stop back. Somebody bad in the forest. Anyway, I'm creeping myself out. So, but whenever I would come, I'd go for a walk here, and then I'd go for a walk to town, where there's a gypsy that I've been going to for 30 years named Mrs. Martin. And I definitely want to hit her before I go. Let me turn around now because now I'm getting a little bit creeped out. Anyhow, and then my kids, whenever they visit me at my sister's house, they're like jocks. You know, they gotta go like not just one walk, like 2-3 walks sometimes. They just can't like sit down and relax. Anyhow, so I go with them for the one. I don't need 2. Sometimes I'll do 2. Anyhow, the other thing I want to talk about is the Summer Wells case. I was able to get last night I couldn't fall asleep till 4 in the morning. I was overtired. It's really like we had some wine. Wasn't great wine. And so I just couldn't sleep. And I really wanted to sleep because I was so overtired. Took my medicine. Still wasn't sleeping. So I said, don't panic. Let me make the chamomile tea it has valerian root in it, and 2 tea bags. Look how pretty. So I did that, 2 tea bags, and I left at my sister's house it's like this bag that has like beans in it, like these little pellets in it, and the pellets, put it in the microwave, and you put it around your neck. And it's really nice. It heats up. And I think that's what made me fall asleep on the couch, of course. Then I went into the bedroom in the morning. And Devin and my sister Patricia were leaving to go to their breakfast place, which is White Castle. Devin really misses White Castle. They don't have White Castle in Texas. So they went, and they were gone for a while. And but that's okay because I was getting my best sleep in the morning, and that takes me to now. But let me talk about Summer for a minute. Don't think for a second that I'm not still on her case, doing her case. I brought my cards with me, but I have to wait for my energy to go back up, before I can do my cards on it. But I'm on vacation, but what I'm doing is I'm watching some stuff on her, and it looks like the most recent thing that they found, and that's probably why you'll see this in the thumbnail. The most recent thing they found was that the boys were taken to different places, to different, like protective services, when they took the three sons out of the house. And they found out from them, they're not going to give you all the words, but they found out the kids have been abused emotionally and physically and neglect. Okay, well, that's what everybody's been saying. Who leaves their kids alone all those hours? And if we saw that the day before CPS was coming, she was so bold to do that the day before, and not quick get home to clean up and, whatever. She should have gotten food in that house ahead of time and, cleaned up that mess. Both of them should have. But they didn't really care, did they? So I've had social services come to my house when my kids were little, because my ex was a court clerk, and so he had a gun. So, if you go for any kind of issues, we will go into a cheap place where we can get it for free under his coverage. And they came to the house because they said, somebody asked me, do you feel frightened? And I did feel frightened. So, I held a lot back because I didn't want him to lose his job. I didn't want him, if he got his gun taken away from him, maybe I would have felt better. But anyhow, that was the main way to put food in the kids' mouths. And, my part-time job wouldn't have done that. Anyhow, so what I'm saying is, you never know when they're coming, but they had given them a date, and that was when Summer went missing. The date was, sorry, my arm was getting tired. Plus I'm sweating to death in this sweatshirt, but I thought it was like damp out, so I said, instead of putting my bra on, I just put my shirts, 2 shirts and my sweatshirt. Anyhow, so they gave them a date because they had come, I think in May, when Allie or somebody else called the CPS on them for their horrible conditions, shooting the dogs with BB guns, shooting the puppies, laughing, just like no schedule, no bedrooms. You have to have bedrooms that are different from the parents' room. Not allowed to have, especially he was involved with SA, but I guess CPS didn't know that at the time. Don Wells was involved with that during, when his stepsister was only 5 years old. So that's crazy. Anyhow, they knew the date. The date was June 16. CPS is coming to visit. So why wouldn't you have that house in order, or at least attempt to? Why wouldn't you be at home with the kids making meals? So you had to drive your mom to the emergency room, okay? That's one thing, all right? So you could have said, hey, my husband needs to stay home with the boys, with all the kids. No, you left the 3 kids by themselves and took Summer. Okay. So I just feel like they're closing in, that the boys, thank God, the boys did describe their experiences, and I don't know how they did, but in such a way that they determined that it's child abuse, that they were involved with child abuse, child neglect, physically and mentally abusing them. And not only that, but we heard from several people what Candace did to the boys when they were fooling around in the pool, which kids do. Made them lay on their stomachs on the hot tarmac, and just laughed. So, and you all saw how Summer's teeth were all rotted out. Okay, she's 5 years old, so those are her baby teeth. In order for your baby teeth to get blackened, it's okay, you maybe have one that's dark, but your teeth will get like that if you're allowed to eat A, too much candy, not good nutrition, B, and not brushing your teeth, especially at night. Okay? So the sugar just lays on that, not only destroys the first set of teeth, but it can destroy the second set of teeth. I mean, that's just simple knowledge. Like, okay, guys, time to put your pajamas on and brush your teeth, wash your face. Okay? You get up in the morning, come eat breakfast, now go brush your teeth. Okay? Or sometimes people didn't have enough time, like we didn't have enough time in the morning getting ready for school, so we were told to wake up and wash off. I always had to put like 5 to 10 scoops of cold water on my face because my mother said, "You look too tired." And she said, "Did you wash your face?" And I said, "Yeah, Mommy, but I'm still tired," because I never would sleep correctly. And so she said, what you do is take as cold as you can in your hands and then throw it on your face. Because you're going to school. Either way, you're going to school. Okay, so that's what I did. I would count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As cold as I can. And it woke me up a little bit. Anyhow. So, I don't think anybody was telling them to brush their teeth. But to, have a schedule. But what's weird is the boys, and I had read or watched somebody else's channel, and they said that the boys were pretty much always looked much better than Summer did. Okay, and why is that? I think because she knew teachers, are mandated reporters. And if a teacher sees that a child is coming to school and underneath their nails are dirty, they have bruises or they look hungry or they're tired, they're going to be mandated to report that. So they didn't want that to happen. So they had kind of not really nice clothes, but it doesn't have to be nice, doesn't have to be rich, but it has to be clean. It should be clean. And that's how I grew up. My mother used to say, we don't have a lot of money, but that there's no reason to be dirty. That you go to school you don't have that many clothes, that you go to school with a different shirt every day. It's 5 days of school. You have 5 different shirts. But you can wear the same pants for maybe 2 or 3. But, I had skirts or dresses, but nothing fancy. Everything was hand-me-downs. And a lot of times it didn't fit right. My other sister used to call me rags. But there's no reason to be dirty. Because you have one day that you do your good cleaning, you have another day that you do your laundry, or sometimes you have to do laundry every day. I mean, there were 6 kids in my family, and 2 parents, so that's 8 people at one point. Anyhow, there's just too much neglect. a lot of people don't remember straight up that Candace had 2 other kids. And I don't know why people are ignoring that fact. And so did Don. So these 4 kids that they had here, they really have, in total, have had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kids, right? If Don had 2 and Candace had 2, then they had 4 together, right? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 children now that we know of. There's a lot of rumors and speculation that Candace looks like she's pregnant. And I don't know if it's true or not. Don't kill the messenger. So, I'm not sure. I don't know if I have a feel on it. She could have just put on some weight. First she lost weight, then she could have put it on. Oh, look at these pretty flowers. That's pretty. Hope you saw that. It's all purple. So, okay, so, you know, women could lose weight because they're stressed out, they can't eat, she's missing all her kids, right? Not her beloved boys who she seemed to favor more than she did Summer. Okay? So you could lose weight, or on the same token, then you could start to gain weight. But some people are saying that she's pregnant, but not pregnant with Don's kid and not pregnant with H's kid, with somebody else. And that's why H was mad. I don't know if that's true. Okay? The whole thing might not be true. Possibly isn't true. But I'm just letting you know. I'm watching things. As soon as I was able to get internet, because my iPad totally didn't work last night, and so everything is my phone. Then my phone goes dead because, so anyhow, wanted you to know that I'm still on the case. And then the other rumor is that Don, here's my sister's house. Isn't that pretty? That Don Wells has a 17-year-old girlfriend, or one of his co-workers is 17, and that might be his girlfriend. Look at this little area. Patricia calls this her what shack? Her crack shack. Anyhow, so I don't know if he has a girlfriend that's 17. I have no idea why Candace is still with him, if she thinks he has anything to do with it, or maybe he thinks she has something to do with it. I mean, it was on her watch, but what I think is what my original, if you want to know what I think about the whole Summer Wells case, just check out what everything I said on my videos 1 through 10, okay, where I did the cards, I did the dowsing rods, I did everything that really I could do. But I'm still on it because the little girl has not been found. But I think Clink Clink is coming. Let's pray. Let's pray that we find Summer, we find Suzanne, we find Jennifer Dulos. But at least, Barry is locked up. And Jennifer Dulos' husband killed himself, so, but, we always want justice in these cases, which we'll never get the person back. But anyhow, there's still 3 boys. So I just wanted to let you know I'm still on it. If you have any information, please let me know. And the whole way, my channel is free. All I ask is that you subscribe and you share some of my videos, especially the ones about Summer. And, just a comment. Comments help the algorithm, okay? I thank you very much. I'll try to keep you posted. Maybe see you later. Namaste, everybody. Keep the prayers up for beautiful summer.